Shadow is actually good in Arcane Odyssey question mark. I'm a Ryzen and this is gonna be my pure base take on Shadow. If you guys could sub up, that would be greatly appreciated, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. To all my Shadow mains out there, alright, that was kinda cringe, sorry. But anyways, every single tier list I see on YouTube, Shadow is always in the bottom tiers like D or C tier, and Light is usually at top, and the thing is, they're not that different at all. So let's get right into why Shadow is actually kinda underrated, and while it may not be a meta magic like lightning, it's not as bad as people think it is. Alright, so the build I'm running is of course a Shadow Conjurer, because Shadow does not work well if you're a mage, because you don't have any combinations to mix for your second magic, like you don't have any positive magic interactions with any magic at all, so do not go for mage. If you have Shadow, just go for Conjurer. Warlock also works, I guess. So the gear I'm running for my build is my boy King Calvis's gear. I have all of it enchanted strong, and I'm running Sernix's amulet for the sweet defense, and it also gives a bit of attack speed as well. It's also enchanted hard, so I can get as much health as possible, because I don't have too much health, but I do have a lot of power though. As for the weapons, I have Commander Kai Saber and Silent Blades. You get this by defeating, bro, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but he's the boss at White Summit. For my third slot, I'm actually running the shield, because bro, in a game like this where you barely have any clue on what's going on in the fight, you're always gonna want a shield, trust me. You can also run a weapon like the iron staff or the rapier instead of the shield, but I don't really recommend it. And yeah, these are my overall stats. And now that we're done with the build overview, let's get into the video itself. Alright, now to answer your question, is Shadow actually good or bad? Now the thing with Shadow is that it doesn't have any magic interactions, whereas every other magic besides Light, but even Light is getting a 10% damage buff each time they get blinded. And Shadow over here doesn't have anything going for it. If you compare Shadow's stat to Light, we can see that Shadow's stats are actually pretty good. It has good size, good damage, and high speed. Now, why is Shadow in the bottom tiers and Light on the other hand is a S tier? Sure, Light is the fastest magic in the game, but Shadow isn't even that slow compared to other magic. It's the 4th fastest magic in the game, only behind Light, Lightning, and Wind. And its overall stats are actually better than Light. And the only thing that's holding Shadow back is that it doesn't have any magic interactions. Its overall stats are definitely good, but in a game like this, where magics are supposed to interact with each other, it's getting left behind in that department. Any magic that inflicts status effect is gonna do more damage than Shadow. And if you're going for a mage with Shadow, just let the thing you can do about it, bro. Like, you don't have any good combinations for your second magic that work with Shadow. It's actually just sad. Like, come on VETEX, please buff Shadow. You can at least give it another unique effect like draining your opponent's HP or their energy. That would definitely make Shadow stick out compared to other magics. Now, I'm gonna showcase Shadow, and you can be the judge of whether or not Shadow is actually good or bad. And I'm also gonna give my opinion at the end, of course, so let's go. Alright, so here we are with the showcase. So the first thing I'm gonna showcase is the damage of the Kai Saber with Shadow. So let's see how much damage the Q move does. 201 damage without bleed, and with bleed it's gonna kill him, so like about 250 damage. And for the E move, it's probably gonna do the same amount of damage. Actually, it's gonna do about 228 damage. That's without bleed, so with the bleed it's gonna be like 280 damage, which is pretty good actually. Shadow definitely has damage, like it has damage. Shadow, like compared to Light, it definitely has more damage. And for the Q move for my claws, it's actually gonna do massive damage, massive, like look, like one-shotted him right there. And that's without bleed as well. With bleed, it's gonna do like 330 damage, which is massive. And for the E move, I'm gonna do 65 damage per tick, like that's crazy. So with bleed, it's gonna do about like 330 damage as well. But the thing with the E move is that you're stuck in one place, so like you can easily get out of it if you miss. And the thing is, the E move is actually good for dodging, because like you're not gonna be the place, like you're always gonna be moving around, so they can't hit you as easily. And for the Shadow magic itself, let's see how much damage it does. Alright, so my blast does about 226 damage, which is pretty nice, not bad if I say so myself. And for the explosion, 135 damage, not bad. And is the explosion even large? Like, let's see how large it is. Pretty good AoE as well, not bad. And for the beam, 167 damage. That's with like all small size, no size at all in explosion, not bad I guess. And for the snare, I'm probably gonna do like 220 damage if I had to guess. But okay, but like, oh my god, snares are actually so bad. Yup, snares do 280 damage, not bad, I guess. That's pretty much it. Like, and another thing is that this move for Saber is absolutely massive. Like, it has so much AoE. There's no way you can actually dodge this move, and that's another reason why you should use a shield. Like, shield is pretty nice to have. Like, this move is so massive. Like, you're always gonna hit the opponent with it. And the E move also has good AoE as well. Not bad, I guess. And the cloud move also not bad. It has the same amount of AoE as your E move for the Kai Saber. Yeah, pretty much the same AoE. For the E move for this one, not bad, but it doesn't really matter. And the thing about Shadow is that it has damage. Like, it definitely has damage and speed and size. But the thing is, it needs magic interaction. So like, please VTEX, I beg, please give it a buff. Like, so Shadow definitely is good, but like the thing is, it falls behind compared to other magics like lightning, light, and any other magic that has magic interaction. So like all of the magics basically. But it definitely isn't like C or D tier. It's definitely B tier in my opinion. It can even be considered A tier, so it definitely isn't bad. Shadow definitely is good, but like, please VTEX, please, I'm saying this once more, please give it a buff. And if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, and take care, y'all.